You'll make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Man, it's a cold.
Asking how they're doing.
I don't know. But anyway, so good morning. This is Get It Right Texoma with the trio. We got Trey. I'm Terry.
I'm Trey.
Yeah. And then, as always, we have our friend and podcast partner in the sky, Mike. You can see him over there. But anyway, we need to move him over here.
Yeah, we need to do that.
But anyway, we go live every Friday morning, 7:30, Facebook and YouTube. And we don't have a guest this morning.
No guest this morning.
But,
just the trio.
That's it. We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to have some fun, I think.
There you go.
And talk absolutely. A little news. So. And please comment and like and share. And let's get right into it. This is Get It Right Texoma.
That's right. We always start with a local restaurant focus. And this time it is a legendary eatery in Wichita Falls, eatery/bar. It's the Deuce, P2, Pioneer 2, the Deuce. It goes by P2. It is, I believe, is it the only drive-up bar left in?
Yeah, I think
in Wichita Falls, because the bar
or Texas.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
I think it's in Texas.
Okay.
I think they somehow are grandfathered
in. Probably grandfathered in. But anyhow, so it's actually a drive-up bar. Now, that doesn't mean you can get loaded and drive away legally. Right. But you drive up there and there's waitresses that come out. But they also have great food. It's not just a bar. They have burgers and hot dogs and chicken fried steak and tacos. There's Taco Tuesday right there.
There you go.
They really do have good home quality food, because you got to understand, this is the Pioneer Restaurant franchise. So this is good Pioneer Restaurant recipes that are tried and true for decades and decades.
Now when you say franchise, you don't mean a franchise in the business sense.
No.
But it's been around a while.
It's been so long.
And they've been different versions, different restaurants opened over the years. And
and P2 does claim now, and since there's nobody to argue with, and since Bar L is closed, that they're the home of the Red Draw. Which the Red Draw is tomato juice and beer, which I will tell you, I don't like tomato juice and I don't like beer, but a Red Draw is really not that bad.
Oh, okay.
And now I'll also share with you, because the Bar L, there's a place called the Bar L, which was about a block away.
Okay.
And the Bar L said that they invented the Red Draw. They've been closed now. And I literally saw two guys fist fight. Of course, it was at the bar. It was at the Bar L, fist fight over who started the Red Draw, the P2 or the Bar L.
Okay, yeah.
And I think there was a lot of Red Draws involved in that one.
Oh, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yes. So
all right. P2, go check them out. They always have weekly specials going on. Okay. And it's a great place to go hang out and see your friends. But the food is great, too. It's not just a bar, a great bar. It's great food.
Okay, so every day they are open at 10 a.m. and then every day close at midnight except for Saturday night. They stay an extra hour.
Sounds good.
All right. So
go check them out. P2, the Deuce, they're over there right across from the Kemp Center, or not the Kemp. Yeah, Kemp Public. It used to be Kemp Center of the Kemp Public Library.
There we go. See, there's a map.
Kemp Center. Yeah. They're right across there, and the warehouse is over here on this side.
Gotcha.
And the newspaper building is right there. They're right in that area.
Okay.
They're one block off of Scott.
All right. So that was the local
restaurant focus. That's right.
All right. What do we got next? We got the Fantasy of Lights. That was at I had that one up here, but the Fantasy of Lights, I'll find it here in a second. So tell us what that.
The Fantasy of Lights, and we've talked about it on this. We're just kind of reminding everybody, it's at Midwestern State University. It's the Burns Fantasy of Lights, and it will run through the 27th. So you have, what's today, the 19th? Yeah, the 19th. So you basically have until next Saturday night. So the nice thing about it is a Christmas tradition for a lot of people. A lot of families will go there on Christmas, either Christmas Eve or Christmas evening after they've had their big dinner and all that, and go walk all that off. But it's a spectacular display, as you can see there.
Here we'll have right here. There we go.
Yeah.
So.
And some of these displays are decades old, and it takes a lot of work. So while you're there, go ahead and throw a little dollar in the few bucks in the boot collection, because it's all private donations. There's no government money that sponsored this. including Midwestern State. Midwestern State gives them the place.
Right. And
That's
they charge
it.
electricity and everything.
Oh, yeah. They have their own meter and all that. Yeah. So there is no government money that supports this Fantasy of Lights.
Yeah. And that I learned that from Mike, because he was a big volunteer.
Our podcast partner, Mike Henry, the former, was a huge Fantasy of Lights. There was a lot of nights that he and his family stood out there in the cold with the boot collecting money for the Fantasy of Lights. So go check it out.
All right. So
the other thing that's going to go on tonight is
ElectriCritters.
Tonight and tomorrow night are the last nights you can do this. This is ElectriCritters at Riverbend Nature Center. I know we've talked about it, but we're just trying to keep it promoted. If you haven't gone to ElectriCritters, please take your family to ElectriCritters. It's really cool. It's over 600,000 lights.
Yes.
And it's a little walkthrough display. It's similar to Fantasy of Lights. In fact, the really cool thing would be to go both.
Yeah.
And the good thing is admission is free. They're going to have hot cocoa there. I think Santa and Mrs. Claus may make an appearance there.
Okay.
At ElectriCritters. And so go check it out. Riverbend Nature Center, our friend Jenica Lambert's been on before with us. It's a great nature conservatory right here in the heart of Wichita Falls. It's right there off 5th Street. But you go and as you're driving by at night now, with the ElectriCritters going up, it really lights up.
Right. 60,000 lights.
600,000.
600. Oh,
I believe that's right.
Okay. Well, that
maybe 6,000. Okay, maybe 6,000.
Well, I don't know. It's a lot of lights.
A shitload of lights and 200 enchanting displays.
All right.
A festive wonderland.
There you go. And let's see.
And there's going to be photo opportunities for Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Okay. At the exhibit hall, though.
It's the exhibit hall's right there. They have their own exhibit hall.
Oh, okay. Not
okay.
I was going to say. Yeah, all right. Gotcha. All right. Admission's free, like I've said. So cool. Riverbend Nature Center. riverbendnaturecenter.org.
That's correct. But it's right there on the screen.
Yep. So.
And then the last thing we're going to talk about, because we need to get people ready for this, the January's just around the corner, and a January tradition in Wichita Falls.
Yes.
The University Kiwanis Club of Pancake Festival.
Okay.
At the JS Bridwell Center is January the 31st from 6 to 6. And yes, I did say that. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. They have pancakes.
Okay. Well,
all day long.
I guess, yeah. Okay. Pancake. There was some dude that was in Wichita, Kansas. I was there for 8 years with the Air Force. And it was a nerd group, Mac users group.
A nerd group.
And this one guy worked for, I don't remember who he worked for. We'd go to Village Inn. Have you ever heard of Village Inn?
No.
Oh, okay. It's like it's like Denny's.
Okay.
And so anyway, you go in there and we're eating, and this is after the meeting. It's like 10 o'clock at night. And this dude gets pancakes and he puts ketchup on it.
Okay, I've never heard that one.
That one, yeah.
Okay. I do not think you'll find ketchup at Kiwanis Club Pancakes.
It might find some packets.
Yeah. No, but it's pancakes.
I don't recommend that.
It's orange juice and milk.
Right.
It's a great feed. And the pancakes are really good. The Kiwanis Club has been doing this for decades and decades. They do a great job. And it's amazing how many people they get in and out. And this is another one of those things. I've talked about these at a few events like the City of Lights Parade.
Right.
This is one of those things, people you don't see very often, you'll see at this. Maybe you see them one time a year.
There.
But you go in and everybody sits family style. So they just put these big tables out. So you sit down with somebody you may never know, may have not known them, or you may know them and may have known them for 20 years.
Well, it's like the chili cook-off, the chili feed, or the sausage festival, or not festival, but the sausage cook
in Scotland.
In Scotland or
Windthorst.
Windthorst, right. So it's just it's an opportunity to sit down, meet somebody you may have never known before, and
there's something special about breaking bread.
Yeah.
There's something special about human beings to sit down with having a meal with somebody, and it brings people together.
Yeah. Well, that's also kind of every day they do that at Samurai.
Yeah.
So Samurai is kind of I like going there for the rice. Everybody goes there for the fried rice.
Unbelievable.
But anyway, you sit down and you're going to sit next to somebody. Chances are you don't know them.
That's right.
And I think that's I never thought about that till now. I mean, I thought about it to the extent, but it's breaking bread. Well, or breaking rice.
Right. It's just there. It's something with human beings that it's a, food. While the food can be detrimental if you eat the wrong food and eat too much of it.
Oh, sure.
I can fit in those pants, but also food is a necessity. It's something that we all have to have. Yeah. You will die without it.
Yep.
So it's a necessity, and I think it's also been just a tradition, at least in America. But I know it's a tradition in other countries. My wife's from another country. There's that people sit down at meals together, and that's a time where people come together and sit down together, and they're not up running around there. And hopefully they're off their goddamn phone. Get off your phones, folks, at the mealtime, and sit down and have a good time. And the same thing goes with your family. If you're going to have family this Christmas, put the phones away for a little while, sit down and have a meal with them.
And if you do, now I guess that's a thing about, sometimes when families get together, you might have different political thoughts.
Oh, put all that crap away.
Yeah.
I mean, my family does.
Right.
My family, my children, none of my children's political views align exactly like mine.
Okay, so
no.
So
it's
but
why are we going to get together and argue about something that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China?
Yeah.
Let's talk about what brings us together.
There you go. So all right, cool. So what do we got next?
Big celebration here. Midwestern State University, right here in Wichita Falls, or also MIT Midwestern in town, is now the NCAA Division II national champions in soccer.
Yes.
There's a thing right here. You talk about a big deal. This means that Midwestern State University men's soccer is the #1 soccer team in the country.
Yep.
In this division.
Yep.
Which is NCAA, by the way. That's a big deal. I've sent the link.
Oh, well.
The link was in there.
Yeah, it's not. It didn't make it. I'll find it here in a second.
But anyhow, so we want to say congratulations to all the people at MSU and all their soccer team. And there we go. There it is.
Yeah. So
scroll down just a little bit.
We got.
But they in the national championship game they defeated I think was it Rawls University 2-0.
Oh, 0. Okay. Well, see, I play soccer, or I haven't played in a while, but I like playing soccer, but I just don't follow soccer much.
Yeah.
At all. But a lot of people do.
I'll be honest with you. I don't in American. I do follow the Premiership, the English Premiership. I do follow that, and because I played soccer as well, and I actually played soccer in school. Yeah. And but anyhow, there's a picture of the soccer team and everybody that's associated with them right there. Yeah. But I mean, congratulations.
That's a big deal.
Well, it's a massive deal. If you were the best, if you were a champion at any level for anything, that means you were the best of the best in your division or whatever.
There you go.
So,
okay. Well, that's
congratulations to the MSU soccer.
Absolutely. So,
and go Indians. I mean Mustangs.
All righty.
By the way, my daughter graduated from Midwestern State University. My oldest daughter graduated with her master's in psychology last Friday night.
Oh, okay.
So got to go to Midwestern State. Hadn't been to a Midwestern State commencement ceremony in quite some time, and it was fun. And by the way, Dr. Stacia Haney, that's been on with us, and she'll be on with us in the future. The president gave a great speech, and it was. I even emailed her and said it was a great speech. It was more instead of we're here for a celebration. She was firing the troops up. It was almost like a coach giving a rah-rah speech, go out there and take on the world. So she did a great job. There you go.
Man, so this has kind of been a bit of a tradition with us since the days of the radio. We would do some streaming on this time of year, and we came up with things, our toys that we had as kids.
Some of our favorite toys.
Yeah, some of our favorite toys, and some of them are still around. Interestingly, I mean,
some of them are different.
Yeah, you can get them there, but they sometimes are not as good a quality. Or
they're better, like a light bright. Okay, so like when we were growing up.
Oh yeah,
the light bright was an incandescent. It was just a bulb.
Now with the LED, I imagine it's better.
They're LEDs now. They don't burn. Yeah. Almost every light bright I ever knew, on the side of the cabinet. It was brown.
Oh, because
because that light
heat,
the heat would stay on there.
So, right.
Yeah, they have upgraded some things.
So
in some ways, you're crappier. In some ways, they're better.
All right. So what's the first one that you have here?
Shoots Away.
Shoots Away. Okay. So we're gonna switch over here.
And this is a very famous guy who's still alive, actually.
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke just turned 100 years old.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna see I guess I'll figure out how. We'll play it loud enough, and then we'll do it. So here's a commercial.
Action.
Shoots Away is so much fun your kids may never stop playing it. Look through this viewfinder, pilot the plane over a target, and drop an air rescue parachute. Shoots Away.
Cut.
Shoots Away.
Okay, Dick, we got it.
Shoots Away.
Cut.
Shoots Away, the air rescue target game.
Right.
We've done thousands of tech projects here on the set.
Back off that one.
Okay.
Action.
So that was Shoots Away. That was really one of my, because you look at it, kids now wouldn't understand because it's not that great graphically.
Yeah.
But back then you had a big thing that you looked through and it moved and it had mechanical stuff where it dropped things.
Yeah.
It was just such a innovative toy.
Well, yeah. I mean, you did stuff. You physically did stuff. That is the big difference in toys. Video games and computers and iPhones and whatever.
This was the early video games.
Right. No, right. And it was, but it's true 3D. You didn't need to put freaking goggles on, you know. But yeah, look at that. But this is what the mechanical aspect of things. Now, that being said, you know, though, that like pilots today, that the young kids that, you know, they're 18, 19, 20 years old that are wanting to get into being a pilot, you know, many of them have had experience doing flight simulators and that kind of stuff. And so this is a glass cockpit. I mean, other than the physical movement, and there's actually some good simulators. You can buy your own home simulator now. They're pretty doggone good. So anyway, it's just an interesting transition because the glass cockpit and everything, you know. So anyway, so what's let's see, what do we got next here? What was
basic Lincoln Logs? You know, I spent hours and hours, and that's the box right there. I had that particular box of Lincoln Logs, and I spent hours with those Lincoln Logs, just building forts, building houses, building all kinds of stuff. Yeah. And they got a dopey looking kid on the front of that, but anyhow.
Or are they all dopey looking?
Yeah. But just
with a turtleneck, the 70s.
Yeah.
You know?
Of a weird color, a yellow turtleneck.
Oh, yeah.
But the Lincoln Logs were, if you ever had them, they were just pieces of wood, just like that.
That's it. That's the kit.
Yeah, long pieces and short pieces and medium pieces, but they all had that notch in them, just like a log cabin would be notched. And you could make all different shapes and types of housing, and it came with the roof line thing, the rafters and all that. So and then the green things are the roof planks.
Yeah.
So the red deals are the rafters. You put them up, and then you lay the planks on there.
Right.
But you could make towers. You know, a house with a tower on it. I did all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was a very imaginative toy that you could play over and over, and it wasn't the same old thing every time.
Right. And similar to the Erector set.
That's right.
Except that you screwed things together and you know,
and then have an engine.
And your airplane never flew.
Right. No.
You tried to build, or at least I tried to build. So, all right.
Next up on my list was Tommytron. This was my first, what you would say, video game. I know it looks dorky, but the Tron movie came out probably in the early 80s, don't you think? The original Tron movie?
Yeah.
And it was very innovative with lights and movement and stuff like that. The movie itself was, and this came out, and you could play the little games.
Oh, okay.
And it was really dopey. I mean, looking back on it, the graphics were horrible, but it actually had a console. You know, you had like a little joystick and a little and buttons and stuff like that. Yeah, that's about all I could find.
Well, yeah, you can't even see. Oh, here we go. Here's the original. There we go. I wanted a bigger picture. Okay, gotcha. Oh, see, I didn't get into the Tron movie.
Yeah, I did. I was just right at, because I was about. This is 81. Yeah, so I was 10 years old when Tron came out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but you put batteries in it, and you played you could play the 4 games there. So yeah, it was pretty neat.
Cool. All right, what we got next?
And then the Millennium Falcon. That was I was way into Star Wars because once again, I was right about the right age when Star Wars came out, and it swept my neighborhood. All my friends were into Star Wars. We had the figures and all that. This right here, though, was the golden goose right here of having the Star Wars figures. You could have all the Star Wars figures and all that sort of stuff.
Millennium Falcon,
but the Millennium Falcon was it. Yeah. Some people had the Death Star, and the Death Star was pretty cool too, but the Millennium Falcon was the best. It had you could pull the top off. You could see the insides. You could see the chess player or the checkers board where they played. All the seats, the turret spun to shoot it didn't shoot anything. But once again, hours and hours of fun. Yeah.
A whole bit.
Yeah.
All the engine sounds and everything. Now, did this one have its own sounds?
No.
Okay. Did they end up? I thought there was one that
they might have. Mine didn't have sounds.
Okay. So
I probably got a defective one.
So. All right. What's next here?
Toy soldiers.
Hey.
My friends and I would spend
have them everywhere.
Hours and hours. But what we did was, and once again, this is all creative. You would set up, we'd go on a sidewalk, or if we could find a piece of plywood, we would, and you would set up your toy soldiers, and I'd set up my toy soldiers, and then you'd throw rocks, and whoever had a toy soldier left would win. Okay. And you'd spend hours and hours, but you had to maneuver your people in a certain way. And by the way, the sniper was hard because you had to hit the sniper and flip him over for him to be dead.
Okay.
And we would get rocks and little bushes and put grass down and put them under grass and stuff like that. Once again, very creative, hours and hours and hours of fun for a little bag of plastic toys that just didn't cost anything, but it was interactive.
Yeah.
And you, like I said, you got to kill your friends' toy soldiers or army.
But we've indoctrinated so many kids. We were all indoctrinated for war.
My best move I ever had was, and I got the ultimate. We outlawed it after this. I had a thing called a battle rock. Actually, it wasn't mine. It was a friend of mine's, but they had a battle rock, and it looked like a rock, kind of like this, and it was hollow on the inside. You could put your little toy soldiers inside. Well, I set one of my snipers and I laid him down on the ground right behind the battle rock. So even though when they knocked over my battle rock, they couldn't flip my sniper over, so I won. I won on a technicality. So we had to outlaw. The rule in our neighborhood had to be no battle rock or no sniper, nobody behind the battle rock. Or if the battle rock falls over, everybody under there dies.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was pretty big stuff back in those days. And then Merlin.
See,
I really enjoyed Merlin.
I got to play with a Merlin. I don't think I had one though. My friends had one.
I had a Merlin, and it's a pattern game. It's basically a pattern type game, and you have different modes. It's been years since I've messed with one, but you could do it where it would tell you it'd show you how many in what sequence the lights were, and you had to.
Well, it's like
go do that sequence,
but it's also like what was the game like this that had the buttons around.
Not sorry. I know what you're talking about.
No, it was an electronic game.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Similar type thing. I like the Merlin because the Merlin was more challenging because it had a lot more buttons.
Well, it's portable.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, that particular one, if you didn't notice, had some corrosion going on. Remember that? Always a bad thing that your batteries would get corroded and whatever.
Yeah, absolutely,
man. Yeah. But you had to go through the batteries, and so that was, I guess those AA or C's. Oh well.
Probably double A's.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I had was models. Okay. And I'd put together lots and lots of models, and I actually had this particular model. And then the next one, the airplane. My thing was cars and airplanes. So
is there another link on that one?
There's another link. It's a separate link.
Oh.
But so I had toys and airplanes. Those were my two things. I mean, they made all different types of models. But one of my favorite airplane ever from World War II is the Corsair, and I used to love that plane, the way it looked with those wings.
Yeah,
and all
was that not the same as Baa Black Sheep?
Baa Black Sheep.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah,
so,
and it was the Baa Black
Robert
Sheep.
Conrad.
Yes,
yeah. And he was the what did he also push?
The Duracell. I dare you to knock it off my shoulder.
There you go.
And the funny thing about Robert Conrad, he was about 5'7". You know, he's like Billy Badass, but yeah.
Well, a lot actually, probably similar in stature or whatever to he does all the he's the Scientologist.
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's short.
Yeah, but Tom Cruise, and he plays a badass in the movie, but he did not that persona. But the other badass on TV was the Fonz, right?
Oh,
you know what the Fonz is? About 5'7" Jewish guy.
Yeah.
And then, who was the guy on Laverne and Shirley that was the tough guy on there? You had Lenny and Squiggy, but you had the tough Carmen Federici. Carmine, and he was one of those, but once again, little bitty short guys, they make them look big and tough on TV, and it's like, yeah, but they walk in a bar, they're not going to go pick in a fight with anybody. These guys aren't. So anyway, but models, toys, and cars and planes, and I actually had these particular models. I remember those boxes, and I spent hours and hours and hours on those models, and just really enjoyed it.
Right.
So, all right. So what was your list here?
All right. Well, I got a few here. Let's see. So this one right here. Now there's two versions of the Vertibird. Now this was the fancy one with the Coast Guard.
I had the basic one.
Yeah. Well, I had that one. Brother had that one, and then I got the ship later. Actually, I probably ended up with two of these because I think it got broken.
No, yeah.
And, but that was just a styrofoam, the same as a cooler that you buy. Exactly the same. It just formed into that. But here I'll play it here. Now, of course, this is not back then. This is a recent photo. Letting his daughter play with it. Those are D batteries, if I remember correctly.
D batteries.
Yeah. But this is actually very cool. Again, this is one of those that's physically interactive.
Yeah.
And although it's not pure in terms of aerodynamic, but
you spin it around.
Yeah, you spin
and then the trick was to land it.
Yeah.
On the platform.
Okay,
let me give it a try. Daddy, stop it, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah, you had two controls.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh,
yeah. See that landing?
Look at that.
More power, less power.
I would just sit there for hours and try to hover.
Ow.
Oh, yeah. And you try to get it going fast.
Whack it to the side. Yeah.
Controls are a little sticky.
That's it, the Vertibird. I had one of those. Like I said, I didn't have the nice one, though.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the.
Oh.
There you go.
They gonna get some moving too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it hurt.
If it whacked you, yeah.
So anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, now this one I had a hard time finding until just I don't know if it was I think last year I found this.
Yeah, and I never had this.
Yeah. So what this is, and I'll go ahead and play it here. But you got this kit. Now this was a car kit, and I don't remember if they had others. But you would literally, let's see what it says.
Spin Welder puts power in your fist. With Mattel's new Spin Welder race car factory and the 6-volt lantern battery you buy separately, you've got the power to weld two sleek racers.
I don't know who that voice is, but that guy's in every one of the old commercial voices. Just got. Go ahead.
You can turn your spin welder into a riveting gun and rivet the body. Now, rubber up with Spin Welder power. Let her run. The Spin Welder race car factory comes with parts to weld and rivet two race cars from Mattel.
So the mechanism to go wasn't electric. It was a spring mechanism where you spun it and then let it go.
I guess so. I don't remember those details.
Batteries not needed.
Right. So, but except for the welder, you had to have a battery.
Oh yeah, but not the car.
Right,
yeah.
but it was friction, and the little tip would melt along with the part you're working on, and it would literally plastic weld.
Wow.
It was.
By the way, you can buy a plastic welder now at Harbor Freight. I know that other places.
Okay.
You can buy
See?
It's an electric welder that welds plastic.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So, all right. Next thing we have this. So regular Hot Wheels just spun on their own, or you had, because I had a video, but that one's now private from last year. But basically, you would put them in the Hot Wheels tracks, and it's usually gravity.
Right.
But they also had those little accelerator, little thing that spun, probably had D batteries in it, and it would spin and it would accelerate it around the track.
Catch the side of the Hot Wheels and
right.
It.
And then there was also with Sizzlers, they were self-powered, got their own little motor, and then the fat track is what I remember right.
I remember the fat track. Yeah.
Or it would play on regular Hot Wheels tracks. So
there's something new in Hot Wheels.
Same voice, by the way.
Are here.
Same guy.
Underneath his gleaming hood is a built-in motor. Hot Wheels with power built right inside.
And then there was a gas station, little gas
Recharge
pump.
the
Yeah.
Sizzler's power cell with the juice machine. And they'll run on your Hot Wheels track for
And then
laps.
that was the dual track. Then
After
they
lap.
had one that was similar in
The
size,
Sizzlers are
but it
here.
was a fat track.
Hot Wheels with a motor
That,
built right
and they
inside.
would you would
Buy
spin
any one
around
of
and
6
around and around.
cars.
Yeah.
The juice machine.
Batteries
or the
not
new
included.
California 8 race set. With 2 Sizzlers. Track. Juice machine.
Yeah.
Dual speed
Yeah.
brake. Essence. And lap
Man,
counter.
all kinds of stuff.
Get Sizzlers. From
And
Mattel.
The one thing is, your
Fastest Hot
parents
Wheels
always,
cars yet.
always had to be sure they had batteries.
Yep.
Because there was no batteries not included, and there was nothing open on Christmas Day.
No.
Walmart wasn't. There was no such thing as Walmart back then
Right.
when we were kids. The dollar store wasn't open.
Yeah.
Nobody was open on Christmas Day. If you did not have batteries, you were trying
were.
to rob batteries out of the shit you had in your
McDonald's
box or
wasn't
something.
even open.
No, zero.
Starbucks wasn't open because they didn't exist.
There was nothing open back in the day at Christmas. So
All right.
what was your next thing?
All right. Okay. Yeah. Here's an extension of that's the big O.
Oh, it's Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Well, come on. There we go. Oh, this is a recent sort of thing.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh. There's the back. Yep. Go and go and go and go and go.
You cannot appreciate how steep the bank is until you're down there on it.
Well, Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, but it's not Daytona.
Okay, so it's steeper.
It's steeper than that. Yeah, you're right. Texas Motor Speedway is steep. Now, Daytona is crazy. You're down on the track and you're looking up, and it's like looking up at a I don't know 4 or 5 story building or something like that.
Wow.
Right there. By the way, and I've never tried to do it, but they say if you try to walk up the embankment like that, by the time you get about halfway up, you're on your hands.
Yeah, you're
bear crawling,
right.
basically.
Wow. Well, but look at this. So, I mean, I would sit there for hours, laying, just your head right next to it, just to see that perspective. I mean, I mean, just hours and hours doing that. Anyway,
it's amazing.
So, and then I think there was a crisscross version.
By the way, check out that carpet.
Oh, I know. Well, that's recent though. I mean, this is a recent video. So.
Yeah, but that carpet don't look recent.
Yeah, this is actually from 11 years ago, recent. Not 30 or 40 years.
90s carpet.
No,
right
50.
There. Yeah,
no,
it's a weird color.
This would be 50 years ago.
Yeah.
So, all right. Next, we got up here. This one,
Slinky.
of course, Slinky.
Slinky toys are fun toys. One walks downstairs alone or in pairs and makes a slinking sound.
And now,
a spring, a marvelous thing. Everyone knows it's Slinky. It gives a big lift, then wraps as a gift, a very likable toy. It's falling in place, brings smiles to your face, something kids can enjoy. It's Slinky, it's Slinky. For fun, it's a wonderful toy. It's Slinky, it's Slinky. It's fun for a girl and a boy.
Walk it on your
And Slinky mobiles with big slinky wheels and pistons that move as you go. It makes a great sound when you pull it around. The driver's an old-timey fellow. A slinky dog, a slinky train, many more wonderful toys. You tug the string, they do their thing. They're great for girls and boys. They're slinky, they're slinkies, really wonderful toys. They're slinkies, they're slinkies. They're fun for girls and boys. Slinky, slinky dog, slinky mobile, all slinky toys sold separately by James Industries.
No batteries required.
Yeah, no shit. It's basically a piece of sprung wire.
There you go.
But you could fix it, like, because mine, if you screwed yours up on the end, you could cut it. Mm-hmm. It never was the same, but you could still use the other part of it.
Yeah, okay. All right, next thing we talked about.
Light bright. You can see it tonight.
Yeah.
That's it right there, that big cabinet.
Yeah.
See, now the ones they have now are LED and they're more of a flat, almost like a flat screen type thing. But it was really cool. Once again, innovative. It was real basic. I had a light inside a cabinet, and you poke those color pegs in there, and all of a sudden you can make stuff.
All right.
I enjoyed my light bright. And it came with just a basic black paper, or it had some of them that you could have designs like it would be a house or a snowman or something.
Yeah.
And it had it colored out to where you could easily get to it. So.
Oh, hey, we have
all right.
Okay, and the next one was Etch-a-Sketch.
That's
so
a classic.
that one, they still have those. You can still get them. But yeah, that was your original, like, I don't know what, there's really nothing like it other than you could sketch, but you're doing it with the knobs.
Yeah.
It was always awkward, and then you shake it.
You shake it and it goes away.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, and then we have, now this one, what to me was really fun.
Barrel of Monkeys.
Barrel of Monkeys.
I love
now this is really old. I don't know. This probably before I
actually almost put Barrel of Monkeys on my deal there. I would spend hours with my Barrel of Monkeys.
Pick up a monkey, hook them together one by one. The trick is to make a chain of 12. Steady now, you've just
turn down that. I don't know how loud that is over. I hope they can hear us. So anyway, but yes, this is again.
It's like when you were a kid, that age, right? That commercial.
I wasn't that. I don't think I was that old.
No.
Although I do remember black and white TV. So the thing about it, I would take these and try to string them across the room.
Oh wow!
I mean, I'm talking as far as high as I could get it, all the way. Now I don't remember how far I was able to get.
Right.
But yeah, I would be stringing those things as far across the room as I can, man.
And it's such a simple thing but kids back then could get so into simple things because we didn't have we didn't know any better. It was basically one piece of plastic like this.
Yeah.
With two hooks. They just made a monkey face on it.
Yeah.
You could have had just a plain thing with two hooks on it, done the same thing, but they put a monkey face on it to make it more interesting. And they put a dozen of them or whatever in a bucket called the Barrel of Monkeys.
Yep, there you go. All right, so now this is 1983, and I remember that year because that's when the Cabbage Patch. Now, it had come out prior to that, I believe, but it was super popular in 1983.
Yes, it was.
There were fights. You talked about earlier about the who invented the whatever that drink.
The Barrel.
Yeah,
Terry. The first time I saw a woman fight in my life. And I'm not kidding you. It was Toys by Roy.
Toys by Roy,
There was
yes.
a place called Toys by Roy. It was right next to Aladdin's Castle in the mall. And it probably would have been about 1983 because I wasn't old enough to drive. I was there with my mother, right? And the Cabbage Patch, they would have this, like a massive display of Cabbage Patches. Well, they were gone, except for there was one Cabbage Patch on the deal. And a lady walked by, grabbed the last one, put it in her basket. As she walked by this way, this other lady grabbed it and put it in her basket. Noticed that they were in that Cabbage Patch aisle with all that. And I heard, bitch, and they went to the goddamn floor. I saw two women throwing haymakers on the floor, and I'm like, Mom, check this out. Because my mom grabs me and drags me out of there. But two women at Toys by Roy in Wichita Falls, and it would have probably been 1983, whatever the craze was.
Oh, yeah.
I saw two women go to fist fight over a Cabbage Patch doll.
Well, so here's the story I have with it is that, okay, so I worked for 2.5 years, worked at Baskin Robbins. Now, 1983 was I'd graduated in the summer or in spring. So I was still working, but I had already signed up for the Air Force. So I was just waiting for my time to leave. But I worked at Baskin Robbins, but I also worked during Christmas at Joffrey.
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us. Doggone it. You got Toys by Roy in my head.
Yeah.
So anyway, Toys R Us, I worked there, seasonal, and we happened to have gotten a few in stock.
Yeah.
And my sister wanted one or two of them, or a couple of them. And I was asked to grab a couple, and they gave us preference and we grabbed a couple. Well, my boss at the time at Baskin Robbins, I told him I brought him in because I didn't want him. I brought him into the store when I went to work because I didn't want to get him stolen out of the car because they'd be sitting in the car. So I brought him in, and he goes, "Oh man, we could make money. We could sell them and take bids." And I was like, "Oh no, my sister would kill me."
Yeah.
But it was for my niece, so anyway, so he wanted to sell them though.
Yeah.
He was like, "Golly!"
Oh man,
but
that's
yeah,
crazy.
so
it was a weird, the weirdest phenomenon. It's like Beanie Babies. Before, if you're around for the Beanie Babies, it's the same type thing.
Yeah, look at this.
And they're so ugly.
I know, but they had a whole.
You're a pal.
Oh, that's right. They had. That's right. They were for boys and girls. I forgot about that. That was for my niece and nephew then. Okay. So yeah, I was 18 by then, you know. So
Each doll comes with a pretend birth certificate and adoption.
that's right. They had
pretend birth certificate and adoption. That's right. Because the whole theory behind this was this kid was left by its parents in the Cabbage Patch.
Abandon your kids.
That's what it was. The whole theory behind this was this child. Somebody had this kid and didn't want it, so they abandoned it.
Well,
that's a great
Coleco, yeah, man.
Yeah,
they had ColecoVision, right?
ColecoVision, yeah.
So,
oh well, that's funny.
All right, so next, okay, Hippity, the hoppity hop, and the hoppity horse, and hippity hop. I don't know. I think it wasn't it hippity hop.
The hippity hop's what I had. The one with the handle on top.
But there's hoppity hop, maybe.
I always called it hippity hop.
Yeah,
maybe it was hoppity hop.
Yeah, I guess it was.
That's what it was. We just called it the wrong thing.
So, but yeah,
because it was written on the side of it what it said.
Right.
What it was.
Well, look at that. I mean, you just
rubber
bounce,
ball.
right? And you and you know what? I just thought about this. They have in gyms, they have those rubber balls, and you just sit there, and that's exactly what this was. Except you know.
But it was heavy duty, and I'll tell you why. Because when I had a horse that I had to leave into a stall. I lost the pasture. There was a problem with the pasture fencing, and I had to put a horse in a stall and had to be in a stall for about 6 months. And I get out and ride him, but he stayed in the stall. And there'd be times, I was in school and I played football and everything. I didn't have time. And I had one of these old ones laying around the house because my dad said, you need to find something to give that horse. You got to come up with some sort of toy or something. And this was in our garage from when I was a kid. Yeah. And I threw it out there, and that damn horse would play with that thing because he could grab the handle and sling it up. and the fences were 6 foot tall fences, and every once in a while he'd throw a damn thing over the fence, and I'd have to go out there and throw it back over to him. But yeah, but I had a horse. My horse Punk would play with the hoppity hip or hippity hop or whatever it was.
Hoppity hop, yes. Yeah. $5.99.
That's crazy.
I don't remember. It says inflatable, but I guess maybe mom and dad must have, because I don't remember ever filling it back up or anything. No, so that's an interesting. Okay, boy, man, imagine. Oh, YouTube video. What if you aired it up until it burst? Oh, I wonder how big it would be.
It'd be huge, I imagine. And plus, as heavy duty as that thing, you better have a lot of leeway because
I know
if that thing burns, that's going to have a shitload of power.
Well, yeah, you do that out in the field somewhere.
Well, yeah, but it's not just that. You don't want to have a lot of hose. You wouldn't want to be right next to the damn thing.
Okay, so all right. Oh, and then here's a commercial. Okay, so let's see what Donald Duck. Oh, the Donald Duck version.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I'm sure there were all kinds of versions of it.
Hoppity. So it wasn't a hippity hop, it was a hoppity hop.
Hoppity hop, yes.
I've been calling it the wrong thing.
Yeah, I know, me too. Or it's just been too long since we remember it.
Wouldn't it be funny if it went whack, 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 whack every time you hit it?
Yeah. Happy. Hoppity Donald Duck.
It's funny.
Action toy. Yeah. All right. So what do we got next? So Spirograph. So this again, hours and hours spent.
It was colored pins, and you had the little designs that can be made with Spirograph. Yeah, you had the little thing like that, the little plastic thing.
Yeah, the little gears.
Yeah,
you could. That was cool.
It was a lot of fun. I had one of those too. I loved it.
Now, if you did it too much, it'd cut through the paper with the ink of the pen. So, Spirograph. Of course, you never kept them in the. Oh, that's another. Oh, it's more than one. Okay.
Yeah, the miracle toy.
Now introduces Super Spirograph.
So, all right, next. So did you have the Mattel version? Because I think Coleco.
I had Mattel. I had this.
Yeah, I had this one too. Yes, three rows.
Three rows, and it was just dots.
Yeah, little dashes. Yeah, and then they were not
LCD, weren't they?
No, they weren't LCD. They were LED, but they were because the watches back then, the red LED watches, they were just little 7-segment displays is what you had on your watch. They called it 7-segment display. And I think that was just a series of probably of 7-segment displays somehow. Yeah, because it would be 3 in a row. and then you had different, So, but anyway, I played that. Now here's another story I have for this. So I had I'd gotten one of these, and I was invited to some sort of little church event or some sort of activity going on, and I think it was during the week. I just all I remember is I went to this thing, and I took that with me, was playing it, and then it got stolen.
Oh no!
And I was like, obviously a kid, and that was your game. And so then I remember sometime, maybe a day or two or whatever later, that like the pastor or the minister of that was over that activity. I guess they got one and they brought me a new one.
Oh wow!
So I remember, so I was thankful for that. So
that was an early video game right there.
Yeah, there you go. Okay,
I probably need to wrap it up here.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Bill
we already, man.
Well, we got.
Okay, we still got a few things.
Got to do later. Another podcast got to do later.
Right. Okay. So anyway, so we got So this guy, so he was pushing computers. Now I didn't personally have a TI-99.
I didn't either.
But I had a friend who did, and so.
Looking
but
for
look,
a powerful home computer?
Yeah, look at this.
This is the one. Texas Instruments home computer.
I thought where he's.
Memory, it can take you a long way. Want a computer with a lot of software? Oh, yeah. This
was a bit of a flop, though, ultimately for TI.
Software cartridges than any computer in the world, the whole world. So, with all the power you have here to run all the power here.
All right. So but anyway, that was a thing. It wasn't really a toy, but let's see what else. Just real quick. Oh, I got to finish up on this one.
All right, let's finish up.
All right, this one is probably one of the most dangerous. It's on the list of dangerous toys like lawn darts.
Okay.
In my opinion. But watch this. Just look at the intensity on these kids' faces. This is.
Unbreakable miracle clackers are for everyone, even the little guys. Do it with both hands for cereal clackers.
Look how intense they are.
I don't remember those.
Oh my God, yes, this was. Yeah.
Looked like something you'd see on a bad kung fu movie back in the day.
Yeah.
I'd be fighting
stereo clacking with unbreakable miracle
stereo clacking. Is that what he said?
Unbreakable clackers.
Oh man, they were.
I guarantee they'd break plenty of stuff. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
It's like trying to play. Remember, everybody had the nunchucks. Did you ever have nunchucks?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of those,
Yep.
You cracked yourself way more than you hit anybody else with them.
Yeah, I know. But these would hurt when.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So, but look at the intensity. Look at that.
Yeah. They don't want to get the hell knocked out of them.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was good. All right. But other than that, I had that little dipping thing.
Oh yeah, where it just did.
Yeah. And then let's see. And then that was my Zippy, the monkey doll with the bat. Yeah, you can put it in his mouth and he'd.
This wasn't the symbols.
No.
The symbol.
No. So, and then I think that's your final. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then
let's go ahead and wrap it up because we'll talk about the New Year's Eve next week because it's not going to be New Year's Eve by next week.
No.
So we'll talk about the New Year's Eve next week.
Okay. Well,
we'll talk about that.
All right, and then
keep going. We'll just wrap up the show.
Okay. Well, and what is that?
We'll do that next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up a little. Are we over? No, we're not over.
We're not really over.
We're short. Okay.
Got a few things got to get done before.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up then. And please join us every Friday morning, 7:30, right here, live, and with a few exceptions. Sometimes we have to go off on a super secret squirrel mission or something. But join us again next Friday, 7:30. That will be after. So that's the 26th.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The day after Christmas.
Which the government has been given a day off by the president.
Really?
Right? Yeah. He signed an executive order the day before. They're getting Christmas Eve and Christmas post the day after Christmas off.
Well, in England, it is a holiday in England. It's called Boxing Day.
Okay.
And we'll talk about the etymology of Boxing Day next. It is.
All right.
It's not about this. Everybody thinks it's because you had your family together. And everybody wants to beat the shit out of each other, but it's not it. No.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up here. So, we'll see you next week. But like our friend and radio partner Mike always said when he wrapped it up for us, is that we will see you down the road.